Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Restorations and Repairs. Check it out. My very first scan tool was an Innova product. Well, it was a Craftsman product, but it was just an Innova that had been rebranded. Loved that tool. Bought it in 07. Kept it all the way through 2017. So I mean, nothing wrong with it at that point. I just had moved on from that. Anyway, Innova reached out to me and they asked if I'd be interested in trying one of their most popular tools. The 5610 is the name of that tool. And we're going to go ahead and open it up and check it out. These are, it's funny, like they're just a big deal back when I was younger, and they still are. Like it's one of the more popular ones. You see a lot of them are now. It's like they make these tools, and you have a lot of copycats out there. But when it comes to it, this is the one you want. The Car Scan Pro, powered by Repair Solutions 2, is the name. 5610. And let's see here, 34 service resets, bidirectional active test, check engine light, special functions, OEM enhanced live data, TPMS tire pressure, transmission fluid temp, hybrid battery cell voltage, electronic parking brake, all modules scan, battery reset, oil level, SRS, 10 OBD2 modes, live data stream, battery system check, ABS, and a smog check, all in a very small handheld tool. And so let me get the camera closer and we'll open this thing up. All right, so they do sell a bunch of different ones here, the 5110, the 20, you can see all the way up. And what I've got here is the 5610, so it is like their premier function, but it does all that above there. And you can see you want something mild, check engine, readiness, and ABS brake reading would be your lower end tool. Then you get into more stuff until you get down to it. So the repair solutions portion is included on all their models. Verified fix solutions, kind of like Identifix would offer you. Directly purchase repair parts, that's cool. Scheduled maintenance programs and predicted failures are all going to be programmed into this tool, which is a really big and cool deal, I would say. All right, so let's open her up. This is really cool for me. Like I said, my first tool was an Innova, and they are top tier, high quality stuff. Got an app apparently, and this is something you just don't see, and this is one of the reasons why I like Innova. Look at that. Close to 160 pages, 157 pages, all in English, with every single thing to do. Most tools don't even come with a hello card anymore, and this has still got a full-fledged manual. I love it. Soft-sided case. Here's our main tool, and we'll take out the cables here. We have a USB-C cable that is going to be for updating the tool, and then we have our OBD2 cable right here, and then of course the main unit is right here. And so it's reminding us, hey, look, we can get an app here for all those solutions, kind of like an Identifix version is their version of it, and it's just showing that right there, which I really appreciate the fact that that has that. Tool-wise, it's so incredible to me how similar the shape of this is compared to the one that I had in 2007. It's amazing to me. And I don't remember the model number, but I will look it up and put that model number here. The tool is probably still usable even now. It's amazing. Okay, so the only difference between the 2007 one is that it didn't have any way to do updates back in those days. Very cool. All right, well, we'll go ahead and peel this off. If I can get it off here without scratching something. There we go. Peel off that protective screen. And we're ready to take this thing out to a car and roll through some of the many features and functions. And when I'm done, this thing's getting thrown in the car. I go out and I buy cars to flip, cars to fix up. And I think it would be okay to say that it's possible that a lot of people who are selling cars are a little bit untruthful. And so having a tool like this and being able to plug in and see, hey, are the readiness set? If they are, then you know that the car, if it has any issues, are going to be presented, not hidden. But yeah, it's a cool tool. All right, let's do it. All right, so here we are back in the car, and I've plugged it in for the first time, and it's wanting to go through initial setup. And where are we? This is great. Smog chest or mobilizer program location. It wants to know what state we're in. I'm in the beautiful, currently sunny state of North Carolina, which is nice. There we go. That is great information. All right, green indicates that all systems are running normal and everything's going on. That would be these lights down here. Okay. Yellow indicates that it's still a problem, and red indicates that one or more of the systems is messed up. Now this has had the codes cleared on it relatively recently, so it will not be green. Okay, we can get past that. And it's saying, hey, just remember, download the app, free access to verified fixes and the parts needed, and predicted repairs. And there we are. Scan tool currently is 23.01.05. And it is reaching out to the car to see what do we got. All right, look at that. So it is saying, hey, these are okay. Evap, O2, heater, and cat, they have not completed their drive cycle. So we're just gonna ignore that for now. Let's go into the menu. So we have readiness status. We can read DCCs, erase DCCs. We can go into freeze frame. Let's take a look. There isn't any, right? We'll get back out of there. Live data. Let's take a look at live data. We're just gonna check it. See what we got in the engine here. Calculated load. Wow, and you can see that just rip up and come back down when I accelerate. Our thermometer, short-term and long-term fuel trim. You can see those working. And we can roll down through there. Oh, look at this. So let's go in and let's take a look at RPM at a graph. Cool, so you can see that. Nice, man. Boy, that's come a long way since the last one of these I had. Vehicle speed, idle air control. Yeah, we got it all here. This is really nice. Awesome. All right, let's back out of that. Let's see here, menu. And we can also record and save it right on this tool. We could record it while driving, and that is important. I remember that when I got my first Innova scan tool, that was like cutting edge for a entry level, not an entry, but like a, you know, a normally priced tool at that point in time. I could actually do recordings, come back and watch the live data later on, and that, you know, saves you from having an accident, which is kind of nice. Cool. All right, let's back out. We have OBD2 monitor testing. Request onboard system, drive cycle procedures. So again, how on this particular car, let's see if it would tell us, does have laser cruise with memory seats with VCS. And yes, it is. It knew the car. All right, complete monitors, enable monitors, right? So it literally, it's gonna know, these two are done. Here's what the car is equipped with. Oxygen sensor, sensor heater, catalyst, evap, and that's it, right? We don't have an EGR on this car or an air pump. All right, so there you go. That'll tell you, hey, it's not ready yet. Vehicle information. Now let's go up. Let's take a look at vehicle info. Vehicle ID, 2010 Sienna, right? Cool. And let's take a look at what modules are available for us to play with. Just the OBD2 on this one. And I'm not sure what IPT is. Let's figure it out. I'm not sure what that is, honestly. I have to look that one up. All right, so we have our menu button here. We've got service resets, service check. Let's see what we got. Aha, look at that. Transmission fluid temperature check. So if we want to test drive this vehicle, if we're going to do a transmission service and we want to make sure that we have the right amount of fluid, it is imperative that you check that at exactly the right temperature. And you can see here, this one is not up to snuff. That is not correct. If it is, I may have gotten abused or something here. Battery alternator check? Sure, why not? Let's check that out here. We're going to do an alternator test. Okay, parking brake is on. It's in park. Engine is running. It says turn on the headlights. The headlights are on. Increase speed to 2,000 to 3,500 RPM. And it's counting 18 seconds down on the timer. And there you go. It is completely within spec, which is good to know because I don't want to have to replace that. All right, let's get out of that. Locator, hey, where is the plug? And then we got, let's see here, tool library and tool settings. Let's take a look at tool settings. That's probably going to give us our, do you want metric? Yeah, we have brightness. We can turn the tone on or off. I will say the beeping on this one is very okay. I hate it when they're really, really loud, but this one seems to have it okay. Language selection, unit of measurement, smog check, right? And then you can even adjust the brightness, although I think it's pretty bright. And then we have a tool library. Let's take a look at that. Icon definition, DTC library, hotkeys, monitor icon status. So cool. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's see here. Let's take a look at system status. Here's all the systems we currently have. Go into OBD2. Let's read and see if there are any. Nope, none. Okay, we can go back. And SRS. Well, let's take a look at TPMS. Nope. All right, so we have live data. Let's take a look and see what the pressure is, or if it'll read it properly. Let's see. Should be able to tell us what those sensors are reading and the temperature they are. Thinking, there we go. Main tire, registered tires, vehicle speed. I'm not sure why those are so far off from each other, but that actually shows up on my other tool as well, and yet the light stays off. So I don't know what that is. I think it's because the car hasn't started rolling yet. I know that sometimes you have to get these things above 20 miles an hour for this to start reading properly, but it's funny, I was messing with another unit there, and it was doing the same exact thing. Yeah, look at that. They're both going to do the same thing. Isn't that weird? So 86 is the correct one, so maybe you just read every other one. I don't know. And now you can see, actually, this has changed. Now this one's reading 30, which is correct. Interesting. Yeah, so I would say it's because the car hasn't started rolling yet, but it does have all that in there, which is nice to have. And then I don't know what Toyota OEM is, but let's take a look at it. Oh, we have special functions and activating tests there. Very cool. And all module scan, module selection. I mean, it's crazy. This is a full functioning scan tool in a handheld unit. Boy, what I would have done for this in 2007, you know? You'd have paid thousands and thousands of dollars for this when I got the Innova that I had, and comparing it to the technology that they have today is just outrageous. Really awesome. All right, well, I guess that'll do it. You get the basic idea of it. It's at first glance, you look at it and you're like, oh, it's just a handheld scan tool. It's probably just a code reader. Is what a lot of people think of a handheld scanner like this and think of it as a code reader. But as you can see, it does a lot more than read codes. It can read live data. It can clear that, and it can get into all your subsystems. And it even has some bidirectional functions and service resets and stuff. So pretty darn cool. Hey, look, I'll leave a link to where you can get one of these, and I will see you next time. Take care.